and we're the bad guys essentially. But like, my point is,
that is a crazy story.
It's the dynamic of power. Like people say the Catholic Church makes these people pedophiles. No, they have that thirst for power, and they're going, who in my community has that amazing power where they're looking at him as this godlike figure? Oh, it was the priest at our Catholic Church.
That sounds like an evil choice. Let me give you an alternative perspective from psychologists.
Okay.
There's a thing called imprinting that happens with young men in particular sexually. It happens with young women as well. But one of the things that can happen is young men can be sexually molested by other men when they're young. And they develop this imprinting.
Right.
The vast majority of people who are abusers were abused themselves.
Right.
And there's some horrible hijacking of the psychology of the person when you're a 6-year-old boy and some grown man has cock in your ass. There's something about that it fucks with their head, especially if it happens a lot and it becomes a part of your life. And the guy's nice to you as well and buys you things and does things for you. And then you get older and you, for whatever reason, perpetrate this same horror on other kids. This is something that happens. I don't know.
What I think it's maybe it's a combination of both, right? Maybe you have that imprinting, right? And then it creates this massive void that you need filled. Like, I think so much of everything that we do, everything that people do is about filling the void. And what is it that you need the void filled with dictates how often, if you're evil, sometimes if you're good. There are some people that are addicted to working out, right?
Yeah.
There's a void there. They need it filled. Some people addicted to eating. Those are the same addiction, essentially, but one is a lot better to have than the other. You know, it's like, even with Kanye, right? Like, I see Kanye as like this guy who's just wildly insecure, and he's trying to justify his coolness constantly by taking things that are not cool at all and making them cool within a community, within his community, right? So it's like everything Kanye does, like down to, like, it started with like the WASP culture. I'm going to take like preppy New England, polos that are pink and shit, and I'm going to make that cool. Now, before, the hip hop community, I grew up in New York, we were like, yo, that's some gay shit, bro. What the fuck is that? Now Kanye wears this like, nah, you gotta look fly in these pink waspy things in my khakis, whatever. Then he takes grunge culture, right? Have you seen the ripped sweaters and all that kind of shit? That's Seattle Nirvana shit. But he's like, yo, I bet I'm so cool I can make it cool, right? Then he takes dad sneakers. I'm so cool, you think my community loves cool sneakers? I'm gonna make dad sneakers cool. And then what is the most uncool thing to his community?
What? Trump. Yeah.
And what does he try to make cool? It's selfish. Is all about him.
Interesting.
All he cares is about proving that he's that dude, and he takes the most uncool thing and puts it on his head, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna make MAGA cool. And that's when people are like, at least his community was like, nah, we're not gonna play with that shit.
You know what I think? I think you know how like you have something that's supposed to take like 8 volts? You have like a charger. Yeah. It's supposed to take like 8
when you go
volts.
to Europe and you plug your shit in? Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, like when you plug something into the wall, like we have alternating current. Like you could have something that takes way more amperage.
Right.
I think Kanye has the wrong plug to the universe. And in a good way.
Okay.
Where that motherfucker's getting like 100 volts all the time.
Yeah.
So he wants to do... Like, you ever talk to him?
No.
I talked to him on the phone, and it was a stream of consciousness that was so intense. I was like, okay, now I get it. We had a long conversation. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
We had a long conversation for like 15, 20 minutes on the phone, which is a long conversation these days on the phone. Yeah. Who the fuck talks to the phone anymore? He does. Yeah. But I think he's getting 100 volts, bro. I think he's got design going through his head and new song lyrics and new fashion and all this and I think he's just catching whatever he can and holding on to it and wading through the waves
to fill though.
Yeah, but I don't know,
Joe, to fill. There's
a little bit of that, but with him it's almost like affirming that he's okay because he's so much different than everybody else, like Elon Musk, like a lot of other people.
Sure.
What's up?
When he used the Confederate flag, do you know about his statements on that? He said that, like he used this in a quote.
What does he say? Oh, react how you want. Any energy is good energy. The Confederate flag represented slavery in a way. That's my abstract take on what I know about it, right? So I wrote this song, New Slaves, to look at the Confederate flag and made it my flag. It's my flag now. What are you going to do? Now, what are you going to do?
Right?
Well,
it's how can I take my equity and see if I'm so dope?
But that's also his recognition that you can take something like the N-word and use it as a positive. You could do anything. I mean, look, if black people really decide... I used to do this bit.
Okay, go.
I used to do this bit about... do you remember when the fucking Duck Dynasty guy was talking a lot of shit about gay people? He was like, I don't understand it. I don't understand. And I was like, look, I don't understand yellow cars. I go, what the fuck is this shit? If you understand it, why are you wasting all your time? I go, you better be nice, because I go, if you keep fucking with gay people, they're going to do something, and they're going to do something, and you're not going to be able to take it back. Like, what if gay people decided to take over camo? And the bit was like, look what they did to the rainbow. I go, they fucking own the rainbow. I go, you can't wear a rainbow shirt anymore. Everybody's like, bah. It used to be leprechauns and pots of gold. Now it's dudes butt fucking. Bro. I go, all they would have to do is start off every gay porn in a duck blind. It's two dudes in camo.
Dick Dynasty.
And you get the gayest black guy in the world in camo's like, something about duck hunting make me horny. Yeah. And some dude just drops in out of nowhere and pulls his camo down, starts sucking his dick. If they just had all porno in camo,
that's it.
It would turn camo into a gay thing. And if black people just went whole hog on the Confederate flag, look at them. They got camo wallpaper, son.
Bro, absolutely.
That's like some Annie Leibovitz shit, though. That's like some Vanity Fair cover nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's like some organized shoot.
Very meta.
Those are weird.
They know what they're doing, though. These guys are smart. They're
By the way, that's
dumb.
a shit pattern. That's a bad camo pattern.
All ducks.
Is it ducks?
It's made out of the
Maybe
ducks.
it's theirs. It might be their pattern.
Yeah.
I bet it is. Well, in that case.